All right, welcome back here to Good Morning Quad Cities at 11. Efforts, we got another nice day outside, very comfortable, especially for the end of September.
Yes, which is really weird. Well, I'm being told here it's really weird. Yeah.
So what you're saying is it's not weird from where you're from in Texas.
No, we had a cold front last week.
And
Upper
people
80s.
were freaking out.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's low 80s. Help me out.
But yes, we do have unseasonably warm temperatures currently right now. Taking a look outside, it is 75, which is a very warm start right now to your day. If you look at those dew point temperatures, they're sitting in the lower 50s. So although we're expected to have a warm day, it's not going to really feel like it. It's going to feel nice and comfortable. Now taking a look at Moline, it's currently slightly warmer at about 76 degrees. Again, nice low temperature, low dew temperature. It's going to feel like it is outside. Looking at our temperatures across the area, we are sitting in the mid to upper 70s currently. It is 77 in Muscatine, 77 in Clinton, 76 in Kewaunee. So it's really nice and warm. I expect those temperatures to get warmer, possibly another 8 to 10 degrees warmer as we continue throughout our day. Now looking at our radar, it's absolutely clear right now. We have some clouds out here to our west, but those are going to continue to make its way that way up north. And right now it's dry here and it's also clear, and it's going to remain like that throughout the remainder of the day. Now looking at our future track, nice and clear, nothing's happening. We have some few clouds by tomorrow here that's going to continue to go. Some nice clouds. Those showers over there that you see off to our west, they're not going to get here on Thursday. They will get here, however, on Friday. That's what we are expecting. Now Thursday, those temperatures are not temperatures, those showers are off to our west. We go to Friday. Around Friday evening, we start to see rain. However, with this rain, it's going to be scattered, and then we don't, it's going to come and go. So as you head out to those football games, definitely take a jacket, a rain jacket or umbrella with you. I don't expect any like cancellations, but there are periodic rains as we will go into Friday. As we continue out through Saturday, those rain chances are going to continue. And we're still going to have rain as we go into Saturday evening and night, and then those are going to clear out by Sunday morning. So we do have a nice chance for rain this weekend, and with that chance of rain also, we're going to have a decrease in temperatures and get into cooler temps. Temperatures by tomorrow, we are going to be sitting in the upper 50s, low 60s, 59 in DeWitt, 58 in Clinton, 61 in Sterling. So another kind of cool, warm start to your day depending on how you feel about those numbers. Our highs for tomorrow, we're still going to be in the 80s, but we're going to be in the lower 80s. So it's not going to be as warm as it is today or how warm it has been this previous week. It's 83 in Galesburg, 85 in Muscatine, 85 in Tipton for tomorrow, so a nice warm day again. Today it's going to be a high of 89 degrees. This is the second day this week. We are possibly tracking 90-degree weather in September. It's going to be clear and warm. Some nice wind breezes, hopefully try to cool us off of about 8 miles per hour. Tonight it's going to be cool and dry, about 61 degrees, so if you would like to open your windows, you still can. It's going to feel really nice. Looking at our next 8 on 8, those upper 80 temperatures are going to last throughout the remainder of today and tomorrow. Get to the low 80s by Friday. 70s return this weekend with those chances of rain. And as we start the next week, we are finally back below our average, and fall is here. But for how much longer, we shall see.
Yeah, long sleeves for sure, I would think, starting next week probably.
Yes, hopefully it stays.
Yeah, we shall see.
We shall see.
All right, still ahead.
Well, currently sitting right now in our air quality, we are in the moderate zone. So that's where we are, just slightly above it at about 55 for our air quality. Now looking at our pollen, if you are allergic to grass or weed, you may be experiencing some effects of that. We're sitting in the moderate zone. Tree and mold our allergies are currently low. If you suffer from anything like joint pain, arthritis, headache, something that affects you, that the air pressure affects you, today you may feel some pains, and then it's going to be nice and well until about Sunday. That's when we see another sharp increase, as well as Friday we see a little decrease. Coming up after the break, I'll let you know when rain chances return.
Fridge.
taking a look outside right now, it is real nice and clear, very pretty. There are a few high level clouds, but other than that, it's really nice. It's currently 75 right now in Davenport, which is really warm from about this time of the day. But looking at those dew point temperatures, we're sitting in the 50s, so I expect that although it's going to get very warm, it's not going to feel very hot. Now looking at Moline, it's going to be 76 degrees, slightly warmer, nice little wind breeze to try to cool us off, and that's where we're sitting at in Moline. Looking at temperatures right now across the area, we're currently sitting in the upper 70s, lower 70s, mid 70s right now across the board. We are sitting at 77 in DeWitt, 77 in Clinton, 78 in Kewanee. So it's a very warm late morning for you guys. Now looking at our radar, it is nice clear. There is not a raindrop in the sight or a cloud in sight, just some few out here to the west, but those are going to continue to move that way up north. Now, for September, since we're almost done, I thought, well, let's look into some facts to see if there's any records or any ties or top 10 lists we can be placed on. And currently we are on track right now to have the 8th driest September right now. As you can see, we are currently sitting at 0.87 inches, which puts us right there at 8th place. Now, depending on what happens this weekend with the rain and how much we get will determine if we will make the 8th place or we will not make the list. Now looking at our total rainfalls that are expected for Friday and Saturday, as we expect those rain chances, we're sitting pretty low right now, about 0.3 right now for the Quad Cities, 0.2 for Galesburg. We'll see if we actually get that much. We don't really know how much rain we're going to get. It probably will be a little bit less. If we get 1/4 of an inch, I would be surprised. But other than that, depending on how this rain goes, we would possibly make the top 10 list for the driest September that we've had so far. Now, as we continue out, those things are going to, as we continue into the rainfall of the next day, we're sitting about 0.8. But like I said, I do think these numbers are going to be much lower in actuality. So we'll see. I'll let you guys know this weekend if we actually if we were the 8th driest September or not. Temperatures tomorrow morning, we're going to start in the lower 60s, upper 50s, 59 in DeWitt, as well as here in the Quad Cities, and 60 in Galesburg. So it's going to be a nice start to your day. Highs tomorrow, we're still in the 80s, but we're in the mid to lower 80s for tomorrow. 83 Galesburg, 85 DeWitt, 84 Savannah. So it's going to be another summer-like day. Now looking at today, it's going to be again 89 degrees. We're going to have another almost 90-degree day in the end of September going into October, which is really unseasonably characteristic. Now tonight it's going to be cool, dry, and 61, so definitely open up those windows if you can. And now looking at our next 8 on 8, those fall temperatures are going to return this weekend with the rain cooling us off. We're going to continue to decrease into the 70s, and by next week we'll be in the low 70s. So we'll finally be below the normal high for this time of year. So fall will be back. Just a couple more days of these summer-like temperatures.
Soak up the summer-like warmth while it lasts.
Yes, absolutely. Get out and enjoy it.
Efforts, thank you. All right, tell me now if you're
Craig?
Clear the garden off.
Craig, we are back, Craig. We are talking to our
okay.
plant and garden expert, Craig Hignite. We are taking questions through our live stream on the WQAD Facebook page. Before break, we talked about John's question before. His question is, his figs are out. My figs are outdoor fir trees. Should I still wait till spring? I guess like, okay, John says my figs are outdoor fir trees. Should I still wait till spring? I'm assuming to like cut them.
Yeah. Right now, we're keeping the pruners at bay right now for the most part. We have no idea how fall and winter is going to go, or fall is going to go. And if it stayed fairly decently warm, you prune, you're going to get new growth. That new growth is not going to have a chance to harden off. It's not going to make it through the winter. So right now, let's unless you're actually clearing off a perennial bed or something like that, keep the pruners at bay right now.
Okay, so Craig, Lori writes in, Christmas cactus care from the start of plant. Do you know what she means by that?
Yeah, right now I'd have my Christmas cactus outside. They bloom in response to the shortening days and cool nights that we get in October. You're going to play a little Russian roulette with Mother Nature here. They love those temperatures down around 45, 55 degrees. Just be sure that you get it back in the house before we hit 32 degrees. They do not like that. Of course, we want them protected from a lot of rain. We don't want them overly wet this time of the year. When it comes in the house, keep them away from drafts, both hot and cold. That can cause the buds to blast. And as always, being a cactus, we run them just a little drier than usual. For most house plants, we always drain the excess, and we're not going to do any fertilizing until next Easter or Mother's Day.
Marcia has some new trees that she recently planted after the derecho. She says they're about 6 feet tall. She's wondering how many years should she wrap those tree trunks for the upcoming winter.
Okay, I would on any young tree, I would plan on wrapping it until the trunk is at least 3 or 4 inches in diameter. This is to prevent frost cracking. It's also to prevent the bunny rabbits from using it as food, and the deer from cleaning their antlers and scraping the bark off of it. So she's probably got at least 4 or 5 years worth of tree wrapping out ahead of her to protect these trees.
And Linda would like to know, she believes that it's her bush is a burning bush because it does turn bright red. However, her husband has trimmed it very much and wanted to know, will it turn red still?
Sure. They're going to turn red. As a matter of fact, we were out and about yesterday, and I noticed that there is a little bit of color starting to show up in the burning bush. The trimming should not have, as you know, any effect on the color of the shrub. That's in the genetics and the weather that we have. So the bush is going to get color. Just give it time.
Christopher writes in, Craig, best time to transplant day lilies.
Daylilies, you can go ahead and do that now. They're not going to get a chance to get a lot of roots out, but daylilies are pretty tough, so they could be transplanted almost any time that they aren't actually in bloom.
Barbara is wondering how and when should I prune limelight hydrangeas?
Okay, limelight hydrangeas. They're the on the white side. They're on the white family of hydrangeas rather than the blues and pinks, the colors, and the whites. I would not prune now if you don't like the looks of them against the snow, which is one of their really charming features. I would prune them after, say, early November, but definitely prune them in late March and April to go ahead and keep them under control.
I would like to apologize in advance. I have yet another plant I do not know if I will be able to pronounce correctly. I got that question again, but the question is from Virginia, and she would like to know, when do you cut down faux locks? It's like Phlox.
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 There we go.
Phlox. Okay. Phlox. Well, they should have been deadheaded as soon as they got done blooming. As far as cutting them back, remember, they're putting food down into next year's flower right now. So let them go. I would let them go until frost knocks them out in the fall before I actually cut them back.
Craig, thank you very much.
You're welcome. See you next week.
Sounds good. All right, so be sure to join our Facebook Live with Craig each and every Wednesday as you can submit your questions and be a part of the conversation. Good morning. Quad Cities at 11 returns right after this.
Taking a look at our radar, it is clear. There is no clouds, there are no rain in the area, and I expect that to last as we go throughout the remainder of your day. Now, looking at temperatures right now, it is in the mid to upper 70s across the area. A few 80s here in Kewaunee, 76 here in the Quad Cities, 79 in DeWitt. So it's very warm, and those temperatures are getting higher, and I expect them to at least get into the upper 80s to later on today as our highs. Now, looking at our accurate forecast today, it's going to be a high of 89 degrees. Another day of possibly hitting the 90s today. It's going to be partly cloudy. Then tonight, it's going to be a few clouds mild. It's going to be 61. So if you would like to open up those windows, you absolutely can. Now, getting a look at the remainder of your week, those high 80 temperatures are going to last throughout tomorrow with that chance of rain. However, it's really spotty and it's going to happen in the evening, late afternoon. I do not believe it should affect football games, but take an umbrella or a rain jacket with you just in case. Now we have those storms lasting into the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Those temperatures will continue to decrease into the upper 70s. And then Monday, we are in the low 70s, and that will continue with some nice weather next week. So
do we think the 80s are done, or do we know for sure yet?
I'm going to say for right now, I looked at the 14-week graphic. 14-day, and it stayed in like the 70s.
Okay.
So
Okay.
hopefully.
Maybe keep out the long sleeves for sure then, huh?
Yeah.
Efforts, thank you. And thank you for watching Good Morning Quad Cities at 11. Of course, we're online anytime at WQAD.com. Our next news is at 5. In the meantime, we hope that you have a great afternoon.